Yeah, I was all set to kind of talk about civics and its absence, and were you aware of the damage that that might be doing to us as a country. If you learn about American history or of America's birth as an independent nation, in the context of the local political argument between Great Britain and its colonies, you learn about the War of Independence. And that's not a small thing, and it's interesting. If you don't, however, learn in and around the same time the story of the birth of the country in terms of world history and its impact, you learn something completely different and far greater. I want to reiterate one phrase here. If you take the date of 1770, or if you want 1760, and the other date is 1790, one of those dates has a medieval aroma attached to it. It's an old world, an old time part of our history. 1790 is the modern world. It's with the inauguration of George Washington as president. And during those 20 years, the world changed, turned over, did flip-flops, went to therapy, came out, took acid, went crazy, and at the end of that time, we could say that we had had a revolution. A revolution is not a war of independence. A revolution is when you turn the values of the whole world upside down. And that's what they did. They didn't set out to do that, but they did it. And by the time we were electing president, we had changed the most important values that existed in the Western world. And aristocracy meant nothing, and kingship meant nothing. And just try to imagine how long monarchy lasted. Monarchy, the belief that this one family's bloodline deserved kingship, and even if 1/32 of the bloodline was found in some German, Bavaria, then they were dragged out of Bavaria and made king of England. Monarchy was real. And then in 1787, we said to the whole world, if you can get here, if you can take that journey and wind up here in America, you get everything you've ever wanted in your wildest imagination, and we give it to you for free, for nothing, from the moment your heel hits the ground, not even waiting for citizenship. You get it all. You get freedom of opportunity. You get the opportunity to have opportunity. You get freedom of religion, freedom of speech. You get no one being housed. No soldiers will be housed in your homes against your will. You get habeas corpus. You get a real justice code, and all the other things that went along with what we call the Bill of Rights. And then we wrote them down and held that piece of paper up to the whole world. Now, if you want to see a psychological gesture that means the whole of the American experience, that's it. We didn't just create a country with its own set of laws. We held up the Bill of Rights and said, yes, we are willing to be obligated to these ideas, which meant that the world would know every time we failed it, and the world would know every time we didn't.